All right, welcome to Good Vibes Only. We've got Tanis here today. Our vision is to normalize reaching out, speaking up, and asking for help. Yeah, we got Tanis today. A little throwback to high school. Yeah, but we'll start with just asking you who you are. Give us a bit of background on who you are, where you've come from, everything like that.
Kia ora, my name's Tanis. My whānau hail from Te Taiswhakare, they hail from up north. Grew up out east, staying out west now. Self-employed, influencer, and other stuff. Yeah, my name's Tanis. What's up?
Epic. I suppose, because for me, when I think of Tanis, I think of like the dude at high school that was somewhat badass, like we can say that. Always spoke his opinion, you know. So I'm sure you have funny stories. So do you have any funny shit you want to share with us?
Bro, there's like heaps of stories. Like me and my mates always talk about it. Like when we meet up and stuff, we always like reminisce and stuff like that of like starting a mad ruckus. Oh, I can't swear in the podcast thing.
Yeah, you can.
So I got like, oh, I can.
Yeah.
So, right, so like we'll just start like mad ruckus at school. Like there was a time like some of the things I'll do, like honestly, I look back at it's just like so bad. Like in year 12, I think you guys would have left by the time I was in year 12. But in year 12, first period of the class was Ari, of the first day of school, and it was the first period, and I think it was like 10 seconds and I got kicked out of my first class. And that was because I walked in and I was just like, it was Ari and I had Mr. Hall.
Oh, yeah.
So I walked in and I was like, John Hall, and he was just like, get out. I was like, all right. So I got out, and me and him went pretty back and forth for a bit. I think there was one time he like made me sit outside and do my work. And then I like finished the work. I was like, I'm bored now because he took my phone off me, so I couldn't sit on my phone. So I was like, I'm bored. I might as well do the work. So I finished all the work. I walked back in and I handed it in. And then he was like, you're distracting the class. And I was just like, obviously not. I'm the one that's just completed my work. Everyone else is still sitting like on their phones eating food. Like, what are you doing with your life? Like, just take it. I was just like, bro, you can't even teach G. Like, straight up. And everyone was like, whoa.
Damn. So you were NCA, yeah?
Pardon me?
You did NCA?
Yeah, G. Believe it or not, I passed, eh?
Oh, bro,
I believe that too.
Like, merit endorsements and whatnot. Like, easy though.
Hard work, right?
What I remember at St. Peter's, because I started in Cambridge, moved to NCA, the teachers were way worse for NCA, bro.
They're so bad, eh? They're so bad.
They really don't give a shit about us if you're doing Cambridge, eh? Like, it's quite bad. And you look at in the country, we're literally second to last for NCA. And then like
what?
Yeah. And then like second in the country for Cambridge.
Gee, that's so out of it though, because like I felt like it was like even like the kids at school was just like, if you're in Cambridge, you're smart. If you're in NCA, you're a dumbass. Like that's how it was made out at our school. Like,
yeah,
you're a cuck. And like I think it kind of like registered to me that was kind of true in the fact that we had like 2 or 3 people in each of my classes that were a year above me still repeating NCA. And I was just like, oh my bros, not all in Mr. Apple's class. Shout out Mr. Apple.
Mr. Apple.
He's a man.
He's a terrible teacher. Great person.
I have the most funniest story about him, but I actually can't say it on the podcast because the bro will lose his job.
Oh really?
Oh, okay, yeah, we won't share that one then.
But we passed.
It's all good.
But I like were you guys there when Miss Begovic was there?
I think she just started as we finished.
Bro, yeah. I have nothing but love for that lady. She is like the best.
I hated her, bro.
Exactly. Everyone did, but not me. Like,
Yeah.
because I like realized like soon after, like she was like, why'd you hate her? Because she was naggy, eh? She was naggy and just always had like that one straight hair, like looking crazy as, like, you know, like freaking out. Like we
Wait.
gave her grey hairs.
What subject does she teach?
History?
Like history. Yeah, history.
okay.
But she was my English teacher.
Eh?
Bro,
That's
she
right.
was on.
I hated her, bro, because I remember the first day she relieved in my year 13 history class, right? And I'm sitting there. And one thing we always used to do when we'd walk in the room, because Mr. Kalinowski like made it a thing for us, we would always say, like, I got hoes in different area codes.
She's feminist as fuck.
Yeah, bro. And so I came in and the boys started it, and then I, jumped in on the hose part and nothing else. And everyone else went silent, and I just continued it. And then she just like got angry as, bro, and comes in and yells at me and like gets me to stand up in front of everyone, tries to like, belittle me and make me look like a kid in front of everyone. And like just roasting me, bro. And then all the boys were like backing me up, and she was like, if you treat girls like that, you're never gonna get with a girl, blah blah blah. And then the boys are like, well, he does pretty well with the girls, man. So.
He does pretty all good. Man knows how to talk the game, that's for sure.
But yeah, but I don't know.
I got mad love for her because, like, I don't know, but I had like a mad epiphany in her class because, bro, she had to deal with like, the group of Maori boys that I used to hang out with, and we were just always in a ruckus. And I think like there was a few times you were past the dean's office and we were sitting there and you're just like,
Yeah.
what? Yeah. So she had all of us in her class in like a set row, and she was just like, nah, no way, I'm not dealing with this. Like called fricker and was like, I'm not dealing with this. Like, I need you to talk to these boys. And then I don't know, but like later on in the year, I had like an epiphany. It was level 3, and I was like, but I actually started freaking out that I wasn't gonna pass. And I was like, gee, I'm not gonna pass. Like, what the hell? And then I had an epiphany, and I was just like, but how many times can I say epiphany in a single sentence? I had one, and I was like, bro, she actually really cares about us, eh? Like, she's only like this because she's so passionate about making sure her teachers pass, or like her students pass. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this. And bro, like she would like stay after school for like 2 hours, just helping me with like all my internals and stuff like that. And I ended up passing.
Yo.
So like, thanks to her, I got like, but she also owes me a box because she said if I pass, she'll buy me a box.
And she hasn't.
No, she hasn't.
Or maybe
but it's
she
been
doesn't
like,
really care about you, but no, didn't.
but it's been like 4 years, G. I'm still waiting. Like, it's not that expensive. 18 boxes is like $32.60. Not that I know, but
Miss Begovic, if you're watching this, you owe Tanis the box.
Yeah, hard. And you can't say anything bad. I just like talked you up for like the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, hard.
Facts.
Yeah, I got heaps of funny stories.
Well, let's start to shift the narrative to be a little bit more serious. Nah, but you touched on being Maori and stuff like that. So what does being Maori mean to you, bro?
Oh, that's like, that's a bit of a hard one because like being Maori to me, like I don't know anything else. Like my whole life, it's just been there. I've been Maori, like you know, it's just like to me, it's like it's my nationality. It's who I am. Like being Maori isn't like to be this kind of stigma or this kind of stigma. It's just you are who you are. Like I would still probably be the same Tanis if I was Japanese.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think like for me, the stress of being Maori, or not even the stress, but the stress of being Maori is not to be another statistic. Like, obviously there's mad stereotypes around being Maori or being Polynesian, or like there's mad stereotypes about everyone. But like, for example, this dude, believe it or not, on TikTok was like, oh, I'm going to do my best Maori impression. I'm Maori. I like KFC. My dad's in prison and my uncle's in the Mungo mob. And I'm just like, gee, like that's the stigma you want to break. Like that's what I take out of being Maori. Like for me, I want to make it or try and help make it the norm that being Maori is, kia ora, my name's Tanis, I'm Maori. I passed school and I now run my own business. Like that's what I want to do. So that's what being Maori is to me. Being Maori to me is being great, just being amazing.
Yeah, I suppose I only asked that because I don't know. Does being Maori, or has it come with identity issues, or has it come with struggles, you know, that have come from that? Because I suppose you think about the generational trauma that sits with people and their loss of language and their, you know, trying to be shunned from society for no reason because of stigmas, because of whatever. Like, I don't know. Is that something you've experienced?
I actually haven't really. I think there's only been one moment in my whole entire life that I can go, well, I think I just got discriminated against. Like that was the only time. Like, because for me, in a group of like, if I'm standing in a group of Maori people, I'm white. But if I'm standing in a group of white people, I'm Maori. Like, so it's hard. I think when I got discriminated, it was because I didn't get let on a train, and like this dude was like legit letting so many people on the train, and he just stopped me and was like, "You can't come on the train." I was like, "Why?" Like, I've got a mask on, everything. He was just like, "Nah, you're not getting on the train, mate. Like, move along." I was like, "What the hell?" Like that. Like for the first time in ages, I was like, "Bro, did I just got discriminated against?" Like, wow. Wow, like, I don't know. It's like, I think I just haven't seen myself. I haven't had that victim mentality. So I don't sit there going, "Oh, I can't do this because they're going to discriminate against me because I'm Maori." Like, I don't have victim mentality. I just, how would I say it? Repeat the question. I'll just try to blast it out.
Oh no, it was just like, what have you experienced? Have you experienced struggle or identity issues? Being
nah, I haven't. I think, in all honesty, I've experienced more trouble from Maori. Like, in all honesty, I think and I'm not even gonna like try and put it nicely. I think the most racist people towards Maori are Maori, because they're the people saying, "Oh, you're not Maori enough to get your tamoko." Like, they see me with it. Like, some people, Maori people, see me with a tamoko and just be like, start speaking to me in Maori. I can't speak Maori, and they're like, "Oh, you don't deserve that." Like, motherfucker, yes I do. Like, I'm Maori by blood. I like, if I want to go get my mata ora, that's my birthright because I am Maori. That's probably like the most discrimination I've gotten. You're too white to be Maori, you know. You don't know your reo to be Maori. Shut up. I do so much stuff for Maori with hahana, and like, you know, I push Maori language as much. And I don't know the language, and people, actually, I get told I don't have a say. I can't speak up about the issues of being Maori because I can't speak te reo. And I'm like, bro, I've legit made a career out of saying, I don't know how to speak Maori, but I'm willing to learn. Come, like, learn with me, you know. That's probably the issues that come with being Maori. But besides that, I don't have victim mentality. Like, okay, you think I can't do it? Watch me.
Has that motivated you to connect more to your whakapapa or to the reo, or like?
Yeah, bro, hard. I think, what motivated me was my grandma. When my grandma passed away when I was 9 years old, because I was just like, after that, I was like, I want to learn everything. I want to try and learn as much as I can. Like, at school, I was the only kid that took Maori.
Yeah.
Like, as an option. Once year 10 hit, year 10, 11, 12, 13, I was the only kid in my whole entire, like, year group that took Maori.
You was manutahi, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the bro manutahi, yeah. But he was like, he's next level with his reo. He's like a Maori teacher and stuff now.
Yeah,
but he's onto it, G.
That's
he's
nice.
actually like smart as, like, you know, the manutahi we remember from school.
Yeah.
But he's ultra smart. It's so buzzy. And he's like, yeah, he's the man. I got lots of love for that fella.
Yeah, I see in him now, like he's got, a lot of Maori people talk about mana and stuff like that. I feel like he's definitely developed that since high school, especially. Like he was lost at high school, I reckon.
But he was lost, but he was so like, I think, well, it's like there's another dude at school. His name was Aiden, and he came off like the most useless dude. Like when he left school, he was going to be a scaffolder, and like he was like telling me, he was like, yeah, bro, I'm going to drop out year 11. I'm going to drop out, get my level 1, and then I'm going to go be a scaffolder. I'm just like, oh, yeah, solid. And then I heard him say his speech or something at school. And I was like, my bro, you're smart, G. Like,
Yeah.
And he's like, but he had that stigma. He had that stigma that, like, he thought, like, oh, Maoris can't do that. Maoris can't be teachers, and Maoris can't do this and do that. And I'm like, gee, like, you're way more than scaffolding. Nothing wrong with scaffolders. Much love to the scaffolders, because we need those people in life. But I'm like, like, reach for the stars, my G. If you don't, then you'll land on the mountains. Oh,
Deep guy.
You mentioned earlier about your tamoko. Do you want to tell us a bit about your tamoko and what it means to you?
Yeah, bro. Had so I was the youngest in school to get a tat. Oh, take that. I got this when I was like 16. I got the sleeve done when I was 16. Basically it just means it's like giving remembrance to the people that have made me who I am. So I've got manayas, so these things here. So I've got 3. So at the moment I've got 1 for my mum, 1 for my dad, and then on my chest I've got my grandma. So it's like those things are nipple. It just represents where I'm from, my family. It represents me, like me as a person, what I stand for. It's got these little circles with the little C in them.
Yeah.
I've got 6 of them. So those represent my senses. So smell, hear, touch, see, and what's the other one? Taste. And then I've got a 6th one for like my mind, like my wairua. So like being able to, like, it helps me know that when I walk into a room, if I notice something's off, I'll be able to tell and be like, okay, this is where I don't need to have my energy. Like I need to direct my energy into like more safer or more positive good vibes. Oh yeah, see, I'm just incorporating it tomorrow. Just incorporating.
Putting the calls.
Yeah, have just hitting the chords, exactly, yeah. And then my chest is my grandma that passed away, so she's on my heart because, like, obviously I'm Maori at heart, I'm Maori in my blood, and she is the reason why I actually wanted to learn. And then on the other side I've got a whakatoki. I'm not sure if you've seen it. I'll show you. So that there, it's a whakatoki or a Maori proverb, and it's get this ready. So it's whaia te iti kahurangi me te tūohu koe, ki te tōhu koe mehe manga teitei. And it stands for reach for the highest but smallest treasures, and if you fail, let yourself land on a lofty mountain. So reach for the stars to land on the mountains. So yeah, that's my other tattoo.
That's deep.
I've also got 23 on my hand. For my school, obviously. And then I've got the other tattoo is it's an ugly troll swinging an axe and fire on my leg.
Nice.
It's actually got quite a lot of meaning too behind it. Actually, yeah, it's probably like a mean as time to say it. So the troll is called an oni, and in Japanese culture or Japanese folktale, it's called an oni. And like yin and yang. So there's the good times, good vibes, and then there's the bad vibes. So he represents all the bad vibes, which are like lust, greed, jealousy, envy, all of that stuff. He represents all of those things. and those are like the demons that I hold, like jealousy and lust and stuff like that. Like I know myself well enough that I've like those are like my little demons and addictions as well. So he represents, and he's on my leg because no matter where I go in my life, he will always follow me. Like I need to recognize the fact that he's always going to follow me. He's always going to be there. And I need, so when I look down, or if I'm in a bad time and I'm looking down and like my head's down and stuff, I'll notice him and I'll be like, nah, Jack, that's not where I want to be. That's not where I want to go. And he's on my leg as well, because if you stand up, your heart and your mind is always above the bad times. Yeah.
Ah, look at you, full of all the quotes today, eh? Have you been practicing?
Out of a trainer. No, I haven't been practicing at all. Just in the mirror last night, just like practicing my lines and stuff.
My whole life has brought me to this moment.
This is the first time being on a podcast that's not my own, so solid.
Yeah, it was a special guest, eh? Well, yeah, I guess on that note, what would you say is like your most, like your favorite moment or your most inspirational moment or like your greatest achievement so far, bro?
Bro, I actually get asked this quite a bit. I actually don't know. Like I could say it's the movie, being in the movie. For the people that don't, I was in Savage. So I was in I was in the New Zealand movie Savage. That was pretty mean. I performed in front of maybe like 37,000 people, like all up. What else have I done? I've done 12-hour live streams. I've traveled around New Zealand, just like doing what I love. I reckon maybe that's probably like my biggest achievement. I literally just get paid to do what I love, and I don't work a day in my life. Like I'll just travel and just make videos and I get paid.
Yeah, that's it.
But I don't, like I've never taken time to like sit down and go, bro, I've achieved this. Like I'm just too busy like focusing on what's next. Like I'll go to the premiere and I'm just like, when I went to the premiere for the movie, it was just like, oh, you're solid. Like mean, happy as, saw the boys. All right, cool. Back home, straight back to editing. Like that was the vibe. That is the vibe. And I think it's good but bad at the same time, because I never give myself the gratitude that I think sometimes I could deserve. But then at the same time, it also humbles me to know that, really, here's another line. Bro, I've got lines for days today. Snoop Dogg said, don't celebrate your premiere of your movie when you've got auditions tomorrow. So like, don't, because you'll miss out on so many opportunities if you're just too busy like celebrating. But I party all the time, but I still like know when it's like time to stop. Hey,
yeah.
But yeah, I'll say the movie.
Yeah,
that's a big achievement as well.
That's sick as. I watched it, bro, and I was just like, yo, nah. 23.
Just like telling people, bro, I had a part to play in that. Yeah, I told him back in school, bro. You can do it, Jake. I had a few people try to do that. Eh? Oh, I always told you you'll go do big things. I was like, no, you didn't. You told me to go away. I was scabbing off you.
You never supported me. Like, what are you on about?
But all good, all love, respect and stuff like that. But no, you had nothing to do with this, G. Like, sorry, brother. My parents did.
Yeah. Do you think that's an important moment, like, or thing for you to think about, that reflection, or like, using the time to reflect on what you've done well? Like, is that something that you want to implement more, or you just want to keep living in the now and focus?
Yeah, I think I'll just keep living in the now. Just stay in the fast lane. I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to miss any opportunities. Just like, I used to be real bad at dwelling in the past. I think that's what it is. Like through school and stuff, like I was too busy dwelling on the past and dwelling on stuff that I couldn't change or couldn't go back to that amazing moment or couldn't change that shit moment. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. I think I like told myself, I was just like, you know what, just live in the now. Like, yesterday you can't change, blah, blah, blah. You know, that kind of bizzo. So yeah, I think I'll just continue doing it the way I am doing it because it's working for me.
Yeah, hard.
When did you kind of make that change?
I think it was just over time. I think it was just like I didn't give myself a chance to. Like, I didn't give myself a chance to stay there. Like, obviously becoming self-employed and stuff like that and leaving my job. I became my own boss, and it was just like, okay, now I've just got to do it. I've got to do it. And I didn't think about it at the time, but looking back on it now, just talking about not looking back on it, but like looking back at that moment, it's just worked out so much better for me, because working that 9 to 5, I was just sitting there like looking at like the times that I had just like, you know, gone off and done stuff. Yeah,
that's pretty epic. When
so I'll say like maybe like 20 years old I started doing that.
Yo.
And is because you like stepped outside of your comfort zone and you lived in the gray, kind of seek the discomfort, do you think that has allowed you to be like allowed for a lot of growth?
Yeah, Gene, I think like my thing was learning that being uncomfortable is good for you. Putting yourself in uncomfortable positions is great. Like, that's why I like to overload myself with stuff. I like start freaking out, and I think that my career's over and then I'm not going to go anywhere in life. And then it's like, okay, sweet, let's do it. Like, you know, I like putting myself in, like, I like being that risk taker because it benefits me. It benefits me. It's just like, yeah.
I got a quote for you, Tanis, from David Goggins. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. Yes,
that's it. That's it. Like my friend is the king of it. I'm not sure if you guys know him, Nixon. He's on TikTok. The bro Nixon, he is king of it. Absolute king of being uncomfortable. Like he will just sit there and like we'll be having a chat, and then he just starts walking around and like doing handstands and stuff. And he's just like, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, bro, I just need to be uncomfortable. Like, I don't like being comfortable. He's so fidgety, and he's just like, I need to be doing something at all times because it just keeps his brain going, which helps with like the business side of things.
Yeah.
But he learned that from he taught me that from Taika, because apparently that's what Taika does. Taika does the exact same thing. Like, he puts himself in such uncomfortable positions where his career is going bad, like Marvel movies. And he's just like, bro, if I get this wrong, I'm screwed. So be uncomfortable. I like being uncomfortable now.
Yeah, that's how you grow away, is being uncomfortable.
Yeah. Like if you're reading, like, well, you'll know what I'm trying to say, Ethan. Like if you do the same thing over and over again, you're not learning anything new. Like if you're how would you say that?
Yeah, I know what you're
saying.
saying.
Having a mind blank. Yeah, it's like
I know what you're saying.
It's that Einstein or whatever, whoever said it, I feel like this is bullshit as, but the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, is like, you know, that's the definition of insanity. You drive yourself.
Yeah, that's kind of out of it. It's just like, I don't know, there's still probabilities, my bro. Like, you know, you can still hope. It's hope. But yeah, hard. Like if you're not aiming to be better or learn new things, you're not going to be better. Like you're just going to get nowhere. You're just going to be static, and everyone else is just going to be passing you. Like I've been passed by so many of my mates just because I stayed static for a bit, and I was just like, I was dealing with some demons, and like it's all good because like I'm a strong advocate for putting stuff to the side to deal with your mental health. Like I am a strong advocate for that. Like I will not post, like for someone that is literally like trying to grow to be like this big influencer, I will stop posting for 5 days at a time just to focus on my mental health, focus on what I'm dealing with so that it doesn't bottle up. Because I've done it in the past where it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna like distract myself from what's happened in that moment, whether it be like a breakup or something that's happened. Mainly breakups is like my worst thing. Yeah, I'm not good with breakups. But like I'll distract myself from that, go out, do some terrible things, and then and then it'll like all come back to me, and then I'll mourn, and then it's just like 10 times worse. So like for the breakup that I just went through, for me it was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop posting for 5 days, and I'm gonna deal with my emotions, deal with how I'm feeling right now, deal with it, and then when I'm ready, go back to it. Because I think that's what girls do. Girls are king of doing that, and guys are so bad at it. So like when girls break up, like when girls go through a bad breakup or just go through a breakup, they'll cry and they'll be alone and eat ice cream and stuff like that for like a solid 2-3 weeks, and then they'll start working out, and then they'll start hanging out with their friends, and then they're off, they're away. They've got the algorithm sorted. But guys just like break up, sweet, drink with friends, girls drink with friends, and then like after 3 weeks it like starts turning back, and then they see like their ex doing real well, and they're just like, I miss you. Like I've done that before. I've done that so many times. It's so bad. It's just like, gee, now I'm like, all right, sweet. I'm gonna deal with like what I'm doing now. I'm gonna try that way around.
That's
still
so
like,
honestly, I've had so many moments like that too. Like first month or like week, you're like, yo, I feel mean. Like that was the best decision I could have ever made. And then you look at yourself after a month and you're like, well, all I've done is drink for like 5 days a week and eat the dumb shit, make bad decisions, and now what the hell am I doing? Like,
I think it was different. My last breakup was a bit different because I realized like I was in the wrong, and I knew that from day one. The moment that she left me, I was just like, I know I'm in the wrong. I know, like, because I was living like way too much in the fast lane. Like I was like still partying hard out. Obviously because of work and stuff, I was traveling heaps, and I didn't give her any attention at all. It was so bad. Like I would be gone for like 2 weeks, and I'll text her like once every 2 days, like, hi, hope you're all good, miss you, love you, bye. And then I'll get back 2 weeks, and then I would like spend one night at home, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going out with the boys. Like I was like bad. And then when she left, I was like, okay, sweet, now I need to deal with like why it is that she left me. Okay, work on it. And now I'm just back to still partying, living the fast life, because I realized, but I'm still young. I still need to have these moments, because bro, by the time I'm like 26, bro, like hangovers are gonna kick in, and I won't be able to have fun like I used to. Like, yeah.
Bro, on that note, because I remember when you were traveling heaps and you were like going around filming with Hahana and stuff, and you were posting up on your stories like, I miss you, babe, like I'll be home soon kind of thing. Was that a moment where you felt like you were losing her? And you were
Yeah, it really did. Because I wasn't doing it because I wanted to win her back or like because of that feeling, but I did get that kind of vibe, because but like even though we were working, it was a bit of a bender, and it was just like constant drinking. And then that big house that I was staying at, I was gonna move into that house with everyone, but it was in Coromandel, and she wouldn't be able to come live with us, and I was willing to make that sacrifice to go and live with them instead of stay with my girlfriend, which is so bad. Like, look at it, but I'm just like, that was the business move. That was like, that was going to be like a massive break for all of us. And I didn't want to miss it. Like those moments, like I'm saying, like, I don't want to miss it. And I was just like, bro, like, I can't say anything bad about my ex. Like, she was like the most amazing thing to walk into my life. Like, I can't lie. Like, obviously she made a good decision leaving me, because like she deserves way better than me. But she was just, yeah, she was amazing. She held it down, like, you know, she always supported me and stuff like that. But I was just too scared to like realize it. And I can honestly admit that, like, I'm not ashamed of it. I think also people need to like realize, like, if you're the worst in the relationship, don't be toxic. Like, just say it, you know, because you don't want to jeopardize another person's image because of what you did wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I could easily turn around and just be like, oh yeah, no, she was crazy, she had trust that she didn't. But it just makes me look better. Like, bro, I don't care what you think of me. Like, I just want to make sure that she's still seen in a good light.
Yeah.
Well, mad respect for you for acknowledging that, my man. Because that's a big thing to, you know, acknowledge your partner, and that's probably the best decision she made for herself, was to leave you. No, yeah, I don't know many people that would admit that, man. That's pretty big. And you also got to do what's best for yourself as well, like in terms of your career and your business, I think. Because, you know, you don't want to miss out on these opportunities, and that's okay. Maybe you're not right for each other at that moment, but, you know, you could get back later on in life. Who knows?
That could be the case, because like we had the meanest vibes, like all day. We had the meanest vibes. We barely like had fights and stuff like that. But yeah, who knows? Like down the track, it could work out or it could not. But just
either way, it's okay.
Either way, it is what it is.
Here's a quote: "If you love it, let it go." Imagine.
Oh, gee, that's it. That was red card. I was like,
see you later. 2 minutes in the bin, mate.
2 minutes in the bin, G.
Crack up. Woo. How are you feeling for that one, Tanis?
All good, all good.
Yeah.
Just a vibe, G.
Yeah.
How are you guys though? Like, how are you guys?
Oh, I love hearing this, bro. This is like music to my ears.
I think even hearing like what you just said, but because I was gonna say you should hear the way I talk about my ex. Like,
no, let's not do it, eh, Christian?
Yeah, let's not do it on here.
Up, like, I've got a few of those exes where it's just like, go,
I think what you were saying about like acknowledging where your shortcomings were in the relationship as well is like so important, bro. Because like, I don't know, a lot of people just blame other people instead of like being aware. And like, I think also the fact that you're comfortable with almost, this is maybe like the wrong wording for it, but almost being selfish for yourself, and doing things for yourself because you know it's going to put you ahead and put you in the place where, you know, you're a better partner for her in the future if that comes back.
Hard. Like, for sure, because it's like you need to be selfish at some points in your life. Like, don't be a dickhead to others, and if it's going to hurt others, like, sometimes you just got to weigh it up, because I'm not going to say like sometimes it is best like to upset another person just for your own selfish well-being. Sometimes it depends on the situation, you know. But at the end of the day, you're the only one that's like 6 feet under. Like, if you want to live for other people, for sure, you know. And I love living for other people, but there's going to be moments in your life where you're going to need to put yourself first, because you can't destroy yourself for others. Help others when it's like, you know, it's beneficial for both, but don't kill yourself for another person that doesn't give a fuck about you. That's another reason why I also left 9 to 5 working, because bro, we just got quotes for days at the moment, eh?
Yo, hit us.
Don't kill yourself for a job that will replace you 2 weeks after you die.
Oh, that's so true.
That's so true.
That is so true, man.
You could be the best worker in ends. You could be like the meanest forklift driver, who, like, you know, anything, and they could be like, "Oh, we really appreciate you." And bro, you drop dead tomorrow. They're already putting out surveys,
adverts.
Like, adverts. It's like, gee, if I die, I'm done, gone. Try run my business. You can't even get into the logins.
But also, that's like when you think about doing something that you're passionate about, and like you know, doing something where you don't feel disposable. Like that's
Mm.
a motivating thing, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and some people are like, some people, not me, but some people, they love it. They love working 9 to 5. Like I've got a few like, well, I've got a few girl mates that like they're cool as, and they got mean vibes. And like honestly, I reckon they could be like the meanest on YouTube and stuff like that. But it's just like they legit are like happy as working at Cotton On.
Yeah.
And they're just like, bro, that's all I want to do. I just want to work at Cotton On. I'm happy being the manager. I'm just like, right, sweet, because like you need people to do that.
That's right.
Like you need people that are gonna like clean toilets. It's what makes the world go round. But I'm not cleaning no fucker's toilet.
And some people just love the fact that they can do a 9 to 5 and leave all their shit at work. You know?
Yeah.
G, hard. And like they get a sense of normality and they need structure. Like for me, I've got no structure in my life. I woke up at 11:30 today. Like G, and I'm probably gonna go to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning just scrolling TikTok. Like all good. I've got no structure, but like some people legit will only be able to function if they've got structure to their life. You know, wake up 7 o'clock, go to work, come home, party on the weekend, sweet. Like, and if that's how you want to live your life, solid. But I just want to party the whole way around, dude.
But bro, that is like your business, bro. Being on social media and like drinking and having a good time, like that's part of your work.
Like, do you guys watch Nut Boys?
Yeah.
Gee, like my goal is like Steve will do it, G. Like that's my goal. So once level 1's out and I start the podcast again and all of that, it's just gonna be like I will be the first New Zealand Steve will do it. I'm putting money on it.
Yeah.
Just be a dumb cunt. Just private jets and buying people.
Sit it here first, people. No,
but it's gonna be more like instead of like bought single mum Tesla, it's gonna be like paid off loan. And like brought homeless guy Corolla.
Well, I guess that leads to like, bro, what motivates you? Like what gets you out of bed in the morning? What's your why?
To be honest, probably something that my dad said. My dad actually said it to me. He's worked since he's just worked his ass off his whole entire life. Made it like easy for us. Like, you know, I've never had it tough, never had it rough, always had food on the table. I respect both my parents so much for that, and I want to give them the world. My dad said to me one time that he did not work his ass off for me to worry about a 9 to 5 job, go live my dreams.
Wow.
And I'm just like, okay, if my dad's legit just worked his ass off so that we don't have to worry about money and can just live our dreams and do what we love, but I'm going to capitalize. Like, I will capitalize on it hard. And it's also my siblings too. I'm trying to like lead the way for them so that they realize that, bro, it's 2021. You can get paid to do what you love. Like it's not the 90s anymore. Like you can get paid to like post a video of you playing Fortnite. Like, chase your dreams. Chase your dreams. Don't think as soon as you leave school, all right, go get a job. Nah, Jay. Hopefully by that time I'll be making heaps of money by the time my little sister leaves school, and then I'll just be like, sweet, I'll support you. Go live your dream. Go post something. Like whatever you want to do, go do it.
Yeah. That's epic, bro.
Yeah, that's probably my why. Because my little brother looks up to me so hard. Like it's crazy how much my little brother looks up to me. Like he started posting TikToks and stuff like that. And he like shows me his TikToks and I'm like, bro, he's so passionate about it. And it's like, it's a good feeling to me because it's like, I'm doing something good. Like among the bad shit I did at school, but I'm doing something good, you know.
Well, what are your intentions with like the social media and TikToks you are posting?
I don't know. It's just like I post whatever I want, really. Like I've found that like most of my content is actually adult thing, and because like all my friends and stuff, they have quite a bit of a kids following, but I'm like the different one because all of my stuff is like like people laughing and like watching me because I started drinking a lot on my Instagram. So it was just like, that's where my following came in, and people were just like, bro, that's this dude is like a mean drinker, he's a partier and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my intention, is just, bro, party.
So it's like entertainment, people to have a laugh
Yeah,
with you.
entertainment, have a laugh. Send me through your videos of you sculling stuff. I don't know. I'm not trying to promote the drinking. I'm just trying to promote living a good life.
Yeah.
And what I believe is a good life. Because obviously, you know, the Pope ain't thinking what I'm doing is right. That's for sure. Like at all.
Do you think like alongside your drinking and stuff, do you think that at all is you covering up anything?
Used to be. Straight up, used to be hard. It used to be. I think it was just like I didn't want to deal with anything. And it was like, it wouldn't even be like, it wasn't like a massive moment that it was just like, I think I like could have possibly just had like a fight with someone, like an argument with someone. And I was just like, fuck you, I feel like a drink. And then I was like having a drink, and in that moment I was just like, don't even know why I was like having an argument. It wasn't even that bad. Well, but this drink's chilling me out. All right, sweet. And then like lockdown happened, and then bro, I was like mad alcoholic, like just nothing else to do. All these problems, I was just like, oh well, just have a drink. Like I used to have a drink just for any, like cigarettes, you know, just have it for whatever you can.
Minor inconveniences, You're just like,
minor inconveniences. It's like, oh, I need to smoke and a drink like all day. That's calmed down a lot now. Had a bit of a moment where I like had a big fuck up. I like crashed my car and stuff like that. Wasn't drinking, but I was just like, just being a fucking idiot, not caring about anything. And then I kind of like stepped back, recognized what my issues were, and it was definitely like I didn't know when to stop. So like it wasn't like an addiction, it was just like it could never just be one drink for me. Like it was just shit face, like Tanis, shit face. I'm heading there regardless of what you say. And then I started going like AA. And it was just like so buzzy. Yeah, I was going to AA. It was like it was real surreal, and it like goes back to that point that I made, like my life isn't as bad as I think it is. My problems aren't that bad. And it helped me, because I was just like, I was like sitting there and I was just like, I'm actually not an alcoholic. I am one, but I'm not like I know I'm strong enough to let it go. I know I am. I just need to. And then it changed to, okay, I'm not an alcoholic. I just know I've got a substance abuse problem. I just need to sort that out. And then like over time, it was like, okay, I'll have one drink. And then I actually forced myself to just have one drink. I was like, okay, sweet. And then like the next time I'll drink, and then it was just like, okay, I'll only drink on the weekends. Now, like I am drinking a lot now, but it's not like I was. Like, you know, I've got so much more self-control and stuff like that. Like I know when to stop. I know when it's just like, because my thing was, I had that thing. I always had to be the last one. Yeah, that last one standing thing, you know, like always had to be it. But then it was bad because it got to a point where I was last one standing, and then people would go to sleep and wake up and I was still drinking. Like by myself, like just listening to music. And I was just like, okay, now it's just like, nah, it's all good. If you want to go to bed, go to bed. Like I would force myself to stay up past anyone.
Right. So, I connect with that like hard. Fuck, bro, I've done some dumb shit.
Yeah, bro.
Like, bro, oh man, I don't even know. And you don't realize when you're in it how dumb it is.
Yeah.
I used to fucking drink drive home like all the time until I got snapped and lost my license and had to sit and like think about it for 6 months.
Gee, I lost my license for 6 months too, and I was just like, gee, all for that one moment. You're like sitting there like, all for that one moment. Now I'm like living it for 6 months. And then bro, when I got my license back though, out of it as story, when I got my license back, I got a gun pulled on me. This dude tried to do an attempt drive-by on us.
What?
Just side story. Yeah, just side story on Ponsonby Road. I was like, first night driving, I was like, yeah, waited till 12 o'clock, jumped in the car driving. And bro, it's like on Ponsonby Road, this dude like beeped at me. I was like, what the hell, bro? Gun out the window, we like swerved, and then all I heard was like bang, bang, and I was like, oh, like, gee, this is legit.
Whoa.
Like, oh,
It's about to go down.
yo,
Holy
bro,
damn.
like just got my license back, and I'm on like Ponsonby Road, like 80 to 90 kilometers on the other side of the road, like in and out of these cars, G. Like fucking.
what
And
the
then I
heck?
pulled over, and then like for me, it was just like, bro, I just want to go home. Like I just want to go home. But Mike was like, I'm gonna call the cops. So we called the cops because obviously, like, you know, he's putting someone in danger.
Yeah.
And the cops are like, oh, what's your name? It's like Tanis. They look down and they're just like, ooh, dangerous driving charge, eh? And I was like, yeah. He was like, well, lucky you're allowed to be driving, eh? I was like, fuck, lucky. But yeah, bro, I'm like, I think it's like, I'm not sure if you can like vouch for this as well, but like with like you with the don't know when to stop, it's like you always want to go until the wheels fall off. And I think for me it's like I'll never realize like it's a problem until the moment where I like fuck up real bad. Like even with my ex, I was completely oblivious to everything that like I was doing. And then it wasn't until like the moment where she was like, I'm out, I was like, fuck, like now it's all coming back to me. And now I have to deal with it. I'm like, bro, I fucking hate what I was doing. Like, why the fuck was I doing that shit? Like that was like the same with alcohol as well.
Do you look at those moments as like wake up calls or almost God sense, bro? Like, cause fuck, like I don't know if you believe in God or anything, but I
Strong believer.
Yeah, I believe in like a higher being or a higher person or whoever that's like guiding us and looking over us. Because I look at that night that I lost my license was a night that I really wanted to fucking forget, and I wanted to fucking end shit, and I was being a fucking idiot, and then the cops pulled me over, and it was like it saved my life, bro.
Hey, straight up, like I know what you mean, G. Like it was just like in that moment, regardless of how you see it, it was that higher being just saying, it's not your time, it's not your moment. This isn't the moment. Like I had no right walking out of the car.
Yeah.
Like there was no right for me to walk out of the car. Like this is the first time that people are like gonna hear about it. Like because I've like kept it so quiet. Bro, like before the engine blew up and I lost control, I looked down and it was 260.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And I like pinballed off of like everything, and I walked out not a scratch or a bruise. Like I had no right, and it was either God or my grandmother or my granddad or someone just going, "You're not coming yet. Like this is not your moment. Fucking pick your shit up, get your finger out your ass, like you know."
Yeah.
And I did, I really did, because like at that time I thought I was invincible. Obviously I walked out the car, but you know, like I thought I was invincible. I thought like there was no stopping me for anything. Like if you don't like what I'm doing, fuck off, I don't care, like you know. And then I saw what it did to my parents, and I saw what it did to like my little brother, who was like sitting there going, this is my hero, and he's just like, you know, he's getting in trouble with the cops and stuff like that. Like, and I was like looking at that like, bro, I need to switch up. I need to. But it wasn't until that moment where I was like, okay, fuck, nah, I really do. I really do. Yeah,
bro, it's deep, eh? And
deep.
You look at those moments and you're so thankful for them, eh? And
bro,
you realize it could have gone one of two ways, and you got better. So you need to sort your shit out and fucking like, yeah, whoa, shit.
Like, gee, honestly, like you can't even explain it any better than what you just did there. Like, besides that, in those moments, like there's so many times that I've told people, like, you know, speaking to them and stuff like that, and like legit, I just do that. I'm just like, bro, like, gee, I can't explain it. It's like, it's such a like a divine intervention. Like,
yeah, bro.
That moment where it's just like, in that split second, the road just whispers in your ear, stop being a fuckwit, get out of the car, like, you know. Like, I think I'm gonna hit you with another line because I'm just on with these lines at the moment. A man has two lives. His first life ends and his second life starts when he realizes he only has one. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now I think like that was like my divine intervention moment. It was just like, whoa, like I've only got one life and I was about to end it just for that dumb shit. No way. Like, my G, let's keep the ball rolling. Like, let's fucking get on this. And since then, my life has been amazing.
Yeah, it's honestly great to hear from both of your perspectives as well. Like, you know, when you're down in that ruckus, and then you have a life-changing moment where you start to implement change or have that kind of epiphany moment where you're like, fuck, this is not what it's meant to be. I need to make some changes. And you both come out like, you know, stronger and smarter and living a life that you want to live, which is really cool to hear.
Like, still dealing with it for sure. Still dealing with it. Like, not the mental side of things, but like, you know, still picking up the broken pieces and stuff like that. Obviously, like paying off a car that I haven't paid off yet. That I can't even fucking drive. But yeah, for sure. Like, it's like I'm still kind of like got that I don't give a fuck mentality, but it's not to the extent of putting others in danger or putting myself in danger in saying that, you know. Still here for a good time.
What are you thankful for after that? Like, what did you do directly after that? Because you're talking about your family and stuff like that. Was it just a conversation and then swept under the rug, or were they real support?
Nah. But they were very supportive. They helped me out so much. I definitely had a good support crew. My mum's like a strong advocate of no matter how bad you fuck up, everyone needs a friend or everyone needs a support person. My dad was dealing with it quite hardly, which hurt me quite a bit because, you know, I don't like upsetting my parents. My mum helped me quite a bit. My ex helped me out like a shit ton. Was like, you know, she took me to all of like the lawyers and stuff like that, and took me to court, like, you know, drove me to court and stuff like that, sat with me in court. But I'm like, honestly, I'm thankful for everyone that was just in my corner, because like some of my friends and stuff like that, that I thought were like the closest of closest, weren't even there for me. Like, they weren't. And it was the people that I least expected it that were there for me the most. Like, you know, not like least expected it, but it was just so like, I thought the first group of mates were going to be like the most, but the person I thought that was going to be there for me the most was the one that snitched and said, like, you know, and was like saying all this stuff. And I just like, I'm thankful for that moment because it made me realize who's real around me. Like, bro, Nixon was probably like one of the most realest G's when all of that went down. Like, he was the man. And like, you know, I got so much love for that fella. And like the Barry Charles and stuff like that, and like they're real good mates of mine, you know, they were there for me, like, hard out. So that's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for just my family and my real friends. Yeah. Because I'm thankful for life, G. Like, bro, I got to wake up the next morning, G. Hard.
Yeah.
Like, I woke up healthy. Bit of a sore back, but hey.
When you think about it, bro, we are so lucky that in those moments we have so much support around us. Like, some people don't have that at all, bro.
Yeah. And they have the potential too, but people are just like, no, fuck you, deal with it yourself. I'm just like, my G, what if you're in that position? like,
Hard out.
fuck that. I don't know where I'd be if I didn't have that help. Like honestly, I just wouldn't even know where my balls were if they were in my sack. Like straight up, I would have lost them ages ago.
And was that something that you initiated? You reached out for help? You
In all honesty, no. They were just there. Like it was just like that in our family. Like that's just the go. Like
Yeah.
you know, your family's in help, bro. You're just there. That's what you do. So like, thankfully, like my whole life, that's always been the case. You know, your family's just always got your back. Like Vin Diesel, you know, like family.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like it has to be. But I reached out to my friends though. I did reach out to my friends because like obviously you can't tell your family everything. And like it's sad, but like, you know, there's some things you can't tell your family for obvious reasons. But I could reach out to my friends about it. And it was just good that my friends made it very clear that those were the friends that I could go to. Like it wasn't like I felt like I couldn't trust anyone, because those boys that I went to, or those even the girls that I went to, they showed their loyalty, they showed their love, and they showed their trust. And it was just like I got a lot of love for my boys that I've known for like 10 years, you know, and stuff like that. But sometimes it's just like some people can show love in such a small amount of time, and have such that big impact that, like, I don't know, but my heart and my mind was just like the energy was gravitating more towards them in that moment. You know, like I like to have the good times for my boys, like that I've known for ages through school and stuff, you know. Like I just love the good times for them, but I still talk to them about other stuff. But like, you know, there's certain friends for certain things. There's like, you know, there's certain people that you'll go to. Like I don't know how close you guys are, but there will be things that Ethan will be able to go to you about, and not to their family, but you know, like vice versa.
Yeah.
So like for me, there's stuff I can't tell my family.
That's like everyone though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some shit that I probably shouldn't have told my family, but I had.
That too. Not on like the mentality and like how I'm thinking and stuff like that. But it's just like things will just slip out, and I'm just like, shit, I wasn't supposed to tell you.
Yeah. Or a lie that you told. No.
It's like those don't ask, don't tell situations. But I forgot about the don't tell part of it.
Yeah.
And then just something will slip out. I'm just like, oh my god, I can't believe I just told you that. No, never mind.
Yeah, bro. I remember when I was like 15 or something. Mum and Dad found my stash. And bro, Mum and Dad ended up smoking it to see what it was. And I remember.
No way, G. They did not smoke it to see what it was. They knew what it was. That's why they smoked it.
Well, this is what they say. And then yeah, I just told them that because it was in my like sister's house, which is like an house outside the house.
I sleep out.
Yeah. And yeah, I said that it must have been someone else, blah, blah, blah. And then I remember like, maybe 3-4 years later, I like admitted to it in conversation, and they were like, like, what? That was yours? Like, yeah, bro.
So that was like, it's kind of like my family as well. But my family's just like, it's so funny like how like open we are about quite a few things. Like there's heaps of things like heaps of things that they'll just figure out, and it's like vaping and stuff. Like when they caught me vaping when I was younger, and that was like back when vaping was like new and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just like, why are you vaping? I'm like, well, at least it's not ciggies. Like,
oh no.
and then ciggies are starting, and I'm just like, well, at least it's not buds. Actually, no, that's a funny story. So I was at One Love, and I had like rollies, because I was smoking. I had rollies, like roller smoke, and then in someone's story, like I think it was like one of my ex's stories or something like that when I was 18. She was like videoing and it was like me, and I didn't know that she was gonna post it or like send it to my mum, but she didn't know that my mum didn't know that I was smoking. And so like I had a swear, I was like, oh, you're still all good. And she sent it to my mum, and my mum was like, what the fuck? Tell me, like, what the fuck is that? And I was just like, oh, it's mum, it's buds. She was like, oh, that's okay then. I was like, solid, that's all good.
Yeah.
And then
All
like later on, I was
natural.
like, yeah, I told her later on, I was like, nah, that was a ciggy, sorry, mum. She was just like, whatever. I'm not, what was it? I'm not going to support that habit. Now it's like, son, I'm going down the road. Do you want some ciggies? Yes, please, mum. Thank you.
Supportive in every way.
Yeah, bro. Supportive in every way. Keeps me happy. Actually, Fricka found out that I was smoking after I left school. Sorry. After
Good disclaimer there.
Good disclaimer. No, we went to I was out somewhere and he saw me and I was like, oh, sorry, sir. And he goes, what are you saying sorry for? I was like, because smoking and stuff like that. And he goes, like, who cares? Like, I always knew. I was like, oh, what?
The judgment there, eh?
The judgment.
You thought you knew. No.
You thought you knew. See, that's that stigma. That's that stigma about Maori people, eh, bro? Nah. But did you guys like Fricka?
Yeah, I liked him.
I think the more we got to know him, the older we got, the more appreciation I gained from him.
Yeah, but straight up, dude. Straight up. Don't like Boyle though.
Oh,
that was Christian's best mate.
Oh. That was my best mate too, G. He made me cut my dreads.
Oh,
he was such an asshole. I remember when he to Charles Salt. You know how everyone had top knots?
Yeah.
But Charles Salt was the first dude to have a top knot in year 12. Like no one else had it. It was, and then he said, bro, that's too extreme. And then he chopped it off. He literally chopped his fucking...
He chopped Charles's hair?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, maybe I'm lying, but he had to chop it. He had to chop it at school. But, like, he made him chop it. Either he chopped it or Charles chopped it.
I wish he went to the Bachelor, so he wasn't at school anymore.
Bro, hard. That dude wasn't at school anyway. He was on his phone the whole fucking time.
He's not teaching anymore, eh?
I don't know. I hope not. He's an asshole.
I actually don't think he is, eh? I think he left.
Is he like a rugby manager now?
Yeah, something like that.
That's all he used to do. He would spend his whole time talking to people on the phone.
Yeah, because he was like just doing like management and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure
he
was
Patrick's
scouting.
manager at one point?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but you gotta appreciate the hustlers though, eh?
Hard,
for sure.
Hard.
It was like who else was a good teacher? I don't want to talk about the bad teachers because it's just like what if they're still teaching and we're just like out here on good vibes only, just absolutely being a menace.
You know who I love, bro?
Who?
Mr. Rucastle.
But I didn't have him much, eh?
I never had him.
Story. Do you want to hear a story?
Oh God!
You sound like that. Yes, I do. I do want to hear a story.
Is it family friendly?
Yeah. Well,
Who cares?
It's just crack up, bro.
All right, hit us.
So I was like Hanger Bar. That's my local. I was going there.
That's the go. That's the go.
Like 4 times a week at one point. And I'm sitting up watching. I think it was the UFC. I can't remember which fight. It might have been an Adesanya fight. And bro, I'm like sitting up the top, looking down, and I see this person that looks real familiar, and it's Mr. Rucastle, bro. And he's standing at the edge of the bar by himself, like, And I was just yelling out, Rui. And he was looking around like, what the hell is going on? And then we went downstairs, and then, you know how there's only ever like 2 chicks in the whole bar, bro. Like, and we just sat next to these 2 chicks, and then we invited him over, and I was like, do you remember who I am? And he's like, yeah, Christian. Like, I used to teach you. And then, bro, he proceeds to spend the next like 3 hours trying to hit on this chick. And then like she can't speak English, so she's sitting there and she like he's trying so hard to have a conversation with her and she can't speak English and it's like the hardest thing ever. And then for their first kiss, my brother was like the other chick that she was with. My brother was like, "Oh, if I kiss your friend, will you kiss Steve, like Mr. Rucastle?" And then she was like, "Yeah, yeah." And then they had their first kiss, and now they're married or engaged, and they have a kid together.
Oh,
Hey, I was about to sit here and be like, gee, can we like just bring it down a second? Is he still with Miss Rucastle? Like, does she know about the story? Like,
Now they broke up like just before that, so yeah.
oh, okay, okay.
oh, whoa.
Yeah, they've moved in together and everything. I was there the first night that they met, bro.
So you guys, his wingmen then, eh?
Yeah, bro. Credit to my brother. I was just trying to like, talk shit about school and like be a dick.
Just have a vibe, just vibe out. But that was like when we saw Fricker at the or when we saw him at the Good Home. I don't
Yo,
want to say that, but we saw him at the Good Home. But we got crashed. We did. He was all good because it was like a Thursday, I think it was this thing. But bro, we were just having like the meanest yarns about school and stuff, and he was just like, bro, you guys weren't even that bad. Like he would be like sitting there like, bro, these teachers used to send you out. You guys like weren't that bad. Like I got the worst one was I called you remember Mr. Neville?
yeah.
Oh, yep.
I called him Mr. Tanis because of how he walked. And like he was just like, get out, that's not my name. He didn't even get the joke. Do you get the joke?
Yeah, because it's the dude that had the head.
The Narnia.
Yeah, Narnia dude.
And he walks like a goat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was Tanis, but he didn't even like know what I was talking about. And then I said to Mr. Fricker, I was just like, oh, he just got angry because I accidentally called him Mr. Tumnus. And then he was just like, who's Mr. Tumnus? I was like, I don't even know. He goes, does he know who Mr. Tumnus is? No. So you got sent out of his class because you said the wrong name. Yeah. Go back. Like, it was just like, that's not even worth it, G. Go back. Like, I got sent out heaps.
That dude.
I used to just always get sent out.
What, he pulled a disc?
Dumb. He pulled a disc, G.
Was sneezing, eh?
Oh,
Gee, that's better. The bro's like walking like he's half goat, G.
Do some yoga, bro. Nah.
That's so bad, G. Who else was... Nah, the worst. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in love. Mr. Watt.
oh,
Go the Blues.
what a good guy.
He was the
SPC fair.
Oh, bro, be there. Honestly,
Be there or be square.
he is the man. Bro, he like blowing out like air drums every time he jumped on the mic.
Yeah.
Bro.
And how long the conversations would go, and the whole top yard would be silent. And we're just like, what is this dude saying?
Yeah, conversations, G, and he's just like, but like that's the stuff that people will just miss, eh? Like you'll be sitting there just like, bro, this fella had like the biggest impact on people. Like the most craziest impact, like when, because I'm pretty sure that will be coming, but Mr. Fui, G, like the impact that and the legacy that fella had left behind, you know. Like it's gonna be sad to see like these people not be with us anymore. But it's so crazy, like their legacy, like bro, like you know, we just brought up Mr. Watt, and it's just like, bro, that legacy, you know, or Tainer, like you know, like he left behind such a legacy, and it's just like that's kind of what I wanna have, like that legacy to leave behind.
Yeah,
where like you just say my name, it's just like, oh, Tanis, like you know. Like Tainer, you hear Tainer's name, and you're like, oh,
yeah, you
like,
melt
you know.
Today.
What I mean?
You melt inside when you hear Tainer's name, mate. Like,
bro, I love that fella.
I
was what was it? I used to have the meanest memories. Do you guys remember his, why we shouldn't do cross country? speech that he did in like year 8?
Was that part he talked about the socials as well? And that
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, he was cracking. He's just like, why should we do cross country? Why do we have to run when Jesus walked on water? Where in the Bible did anyone run? No one ran. Everyone walked everywhere. Okay, or they had a horse. Like, oh, bro, honestly, that was like the first memory I had of him. I was just like, bro, this fella is a G. Like, wow.
Yeah. He was
You could always count on him to put a smile on your face too.
He was so
Even if
funny,
he
man.
wasn't try.
He just walked into a room, bro, and it was just like different, hey? Like,
but he had that walkabout him too, just like that. It was into like it was either that or like chill, but it was just like
yeah.
Oh gosh.
oh, we started our first podcast on his birthday.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, my
was
mum
buzzing.
and him have the same birthday.
True.
Oh wow.
17th of September.
Mm.
But he would be like 23 now, wouldn't he?
20. Yeah, 23.
Yeah, he would be 23.
Winky dink. That the brothers from St. Peter's started the podcast on the Lost Brothers' birthday. That he'll be 23, and the number of our school is 23 Mountain Road.
That is buzzy. And we're trying to raise $23,000.
Yep.
Look, and you're gonna do. That's why I got this tattoo. I actually did that to myself when I was drunk, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's the number. It's the number. It's our lucky number.
It is a lucky number.
Easier stubs and ends.
You're
gonna times it. It's gonna be 46, not 23.
I was talking to Dibs the other day. I just had I don't know, bro. I just had this feeling that I needed to like message her and be like, I love you and I miss you and I hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I feel like Taina told you to send that. Like I needed that at this moment. And I was like, yeah. It's just, yeah, when you get those feelings inside of you and you're just like, fuck, I just need to reach out to that person. I just need to say this thing. And like, just listen to it, eh? Like, don't live in the regrets, bro.
Yeah, like I had a moment. It's like pretty buzzy moment, but I had this dream. I had this dream once that my grandma. So I haven't seen my grandma obviously since I was like 9 years old. But I had a dream that my grandma, I was like sitting in her old room in her house, and she used to smoke in her room and play farmville all day. Like that was her vibe. All windows closed, everything, like nothing open. And I was like sitting in her room having a smoke with her, but I couldn't see her face, but I knew it was her, but she was facing like her computer, and she was just like, go see your mum. And I was like, what? And she was like, go see your mum. Your mum needs a hug, like, and it was like 2 in the morning, or like the next day, 2 in like the afternoon, morning for me, because I woke up. And I was like, whoa, fuck. Okay, so I ran upstairs and my mum was crying in the bathroom. And I was like, what? I was like, are you all right? She goes, oh, I've got an operation I've got to have on my hand. I'm like real scared. And I was just like, bro, honestly, mum, like, I just had a dream with Gar. I just had a conversation with her. She was like, what? She was like, oh. I said to her, I was like, oh, grandma told me to come see how you were. She said like something wasn't right. You needed a hug or something. And my mom was like, tell her to leave me alone. I'm fine, man. I was just like, fuck. But it was just like that, so like that buzzy moment. So I know what you mean. Like I always get moments like that where it's just like, bro, you need to reach out like to a certain someone. And it's just like, bro, like I hope you're good, G. I think we need to normalize that too. Like just messaging our bros and just like reminding them, G, it's all good. I hope you're sweet. Like, remind them, because like there's heaps of times that I felt like I had no one to turn to and that everyone was just too busy. I didn't want to like be a burden on anyone. And then it would be like that random message that you get from your bro, and it's just like, love you, G. Like, hope you're good. like give us a message if you need. And it's just like, bro, that's the perfect gateway that you need, because you're just like, bro, honestly, like I'm actually not all good. Like, thanks. Can I give you a call? You know. But yeah.
It's that sixth sense you're talking about, eh, Tanis?
Yeah, G, that sixth sense, bro. It's that one there, G. It's hinging it. Hunch, something. Yeah, bro. Like, always like, I'll try and like at least message my boys at least once a week. I'm just like, love you, G. But there's one thing that I don't like her. There's one thing I don't like. I don't like when my boys message me at 2 a.m. saying I love you. Bro, honestly, G, I'm
2 in the morning. Sheesh.
Gee, honest, I'm just like I'll be lying there because I'm like a vampire, G. Like this is the earliest I've woken up like all week, and like I'll get a call and it's just like, oh, I'll get like a message and it's just like, the bro will just be like, love you, G, and I'm just like, nah, G, like keys, like, you know, in my head, because you know I've lost people and had people pass away because of it, you know. So I'm just like, as soon as I get that message, I'm like, gee, where the fuck's my keys? Like I'm like trying to call, and every time I call, it's just like the bro's just like, no, it's just drunk, I'm just leaving. No, I'm just like, gee, don't, like, it's now a rule for me, G, like don't message me like I love you at 2 o'clock in the morning, just because like I will freak out. I have mad freak out sessions, eh?
That
So
is
it's just like
a scary moment, eh?
Yeah.
You
It's just
don't
like,
have to be.
I don't want it to happen. I'm just like, as soon as it happens, I'm just like, honestly, just keys in my hand, and I'm just like calling, like, gee, are you all good? Like, I'm like walking out to the car, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm just drunk. You love you heaps, though, my bro. Like, I just appreciate you. I'm like, yeah, okay, go to bed.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess the key thing that you're saying there is like only do it if it's serious, eh? Like, because
oh yeah, or like, you know, a bit of time, like, you know, in the middle of the day.
During the day when you're awake.
Yeah, when you're awake, not like, obviously, because I've been in situations where it's just like, you know, the late night thoughts and stuff like that, and you just, it's real bad and stuff like that. And it's just like, you know, if you just message me during the day, I'll be like, chill, my bro, love you too, G. Like, hope you're good. But please don't message me at 2 in the morning, my bro. Please. It's scary, yeah.
All the bad shit goes down at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, 2 to 3 in the morning, G. It's just like, nah, G. Please don't, huh?
On that note,
reach out to me.
Have you ever lost anyone to the suicide?
I've had people I know of, like, I think one of the girls or one of the boys that I did kapaka with, his sister took her life, sadly. My cousin was real close with the Sahara from Barradine. He was real close. That fucked him up. So it's just like, thankfully, I think I haven't lost anyone close to me because of it. Honestly, I dread the day if that ever happens to me, because I just know I will feel so, like, you know, I know I can see what it does to people, you know, and it's like, it's real sad. I hope I don't have to go through that. I hope my friends don't ever feel that way. It's just all about that support, eh? Making sure they always feel someone's there. Like, who else? Yeah, there's heaps of heaps of people. It's like real sad. Don't even laugh at my. Don't even do it. Okay, just shut your ass. Having a serious moment. No. Yeah. I'm thankful I haven't lost anyone personally close to me. But yeah, it has affected a lot of people close to me. Yeah.
And has that made you a big, I guess, advocate for like speaking up and just
reaching? Yeah, G. Hard. Definitely has. Just because, like, I think it's just, I've always been an emotional person, and I've always felt a lot of, empathy for other people.
Yeah.
So like, I've always been like that person that is worried about others. Like, I don't even believe in star signs and stuff, but it's like, I'm a Capricorn, and Capricorns are like real emotional and worried, like they worry a lot about others. So like I try and transfer that worried energy into, all right, stop being worried, just actually do something about it. So yeah, I'm just a strong advocate for that. And because it's like obviously there's people out there that actually can't even help their depression or what they're going through and stuff like that. Like it's just, bro, make their lives easier for them. If everyone like just gives a little bit of effort towards another person, the world would be so much better. And if people actually lived by, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
Facts.
And you know, actually just respected people and just had a little bit more kinder energy for one another, but this world will be perfect. Oh, as perfect as it will get.
Well, treat others like you want to be treated, right?
Hard, exactly. Unless you want to be treated like a dickhead, then just don't.
Yeah. Hard.
Keep that shit to yourself. No.
I mean, there's a lot of weird kinks in this world, but
I love being treated like shit. No.
Honestly, like, why do you love being treated like shit? Like, fuck that. Treat me like a king, my G.
Yeah, hard. Yeah, I like how you also like message the bros once a week as well, just to tell them that you love them. No doubt they would appreciate that, man.
Yo, like I even message people that I don't even know that well, like that I've like met like once or twice, and I'm just like, solid G, like, you know, like I'll have like a chat with them and I'll just be like, all right, just letting you know too, bro, like, you know, you don't know me that well, but if you do need to have a chat, G, like, you know, fucking call through, I got you, my bro. Because it's just you're expanding. Every time you message that to someone, you expand their support crew without them like acknowledging it. You know, you expand their support crew. True. Because some people's like support crew could easily just be just having their brother, or just having their sister or stuff like that. So like, you know, if you just expand out and just like, even if you don't like the person, like there's heaps of people that I don't like personally, and I'm still like letting them know, bro, if you need someone to talk to, I got you. I'm not gonna diminish your mental health and put your mental health down just because I don't like you. Just because I don't like you doesn't mean I don't care about you. You know, like if you're still getting hurt, I'll still help you.
That's it, bro. Would you say that you're like this because you've been through shit personally and you've felt that way, or is that not something?
It's like a mix, yeah. Like it is. Obviously I don't want people to go through what I've been through. I haven't been through a lot, but still, like, you know, it's not something I would want people to go through. Being told you're not enough by the person that's supposed to love you in a relationship, in a kind relationship, you know, stuff like that. You never want to make anyone feel like they're not enough. Like for me, it was like at one point, I felt like I wasn't going to get any better than the person that I had, so I just had to deal with what they were doing, you know, like they didn't, like I just had to sit back and just deal with it, just yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full, because at the end of the day, that's what I thought love was, but it wasn't what love was. It was just controlling and double standards as fact. But back to that thing, like I do it because it's what I've been shown as well, like unconsciously. Like my mum and dad both, like if they didn't like someone, they'll say like, yeah, nah, I don't like that person, yeah, blah blah blah, and then that person could like easily just rock up to the house and be like, hey, I really need help, or I'm just going through some stuff, can I have a chat? They'll be like, yep, walk in, like you want a cup of tea, like, you know, it's that whānau vibe, you know. Like, don't say you're about your whānau if you're not going to open your doors, or like, you know, like if you're like, to be Maori is to be like, all right, sweet, anyone's welcome. If you need to have a chat, you need an uffy, you need help, fine, come over, have a cuppa, we'll have a chat. Or even if you don't even want to have a chat, you just want to be around people, yo, sweet, we'll put the jug on for you, my G. And that's just what I've grown up around. Anyone in this house is welcome. Like you could rock up, like no shit, like you two could rock up to like my house and just be like, yo, can I just come in? I know Tanis. Can I just chill out here for a bit? And they're like, yeah, all good. Solid. Yeah.
So where do you live, bro? No.
And then it's just like, and then they'll just be like, oh, Tanis, the Rosie. I'm like, oh, yeah, solid. Yeah. No, yeah, I know him. Yeah. It's not just a random solid.
Yeah.
And then easy dubs. Like my boys will just come up here, like when I was traveling and stuff. My boys used to come to my house all the time and just be like, oh, I just need to chill out here. I'm getting angry at my flat. And it's like, yeah, sweet, all good. Like, come over, easy dubs. It's just
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's all about support crew. I can't stress it enough how important it is to be someone's support crew. Like, I don't know about other people, but it's for me, it's an amazing feeling to be able to be there for someone else. And like, I just get a good feeling like when someone messages me and just goes, hey, look, I'm having like a real bad day. Can we have a chat? Like, in my head, I'm like, bro, this person has legit reached out to me because they wanted to talk to me about how they were feeling. That's how much they trust me. Bro, that must mean something to a certain person.
It's like a gift, eh?
Yeah, it's a gift there. It's a gift for sure. Like I have a girl mate, and she'll call me like maybe like twice a week, and she'll be like, hey, look, can I just call you? I don't even want to talk about it. I just want to call you and just play games on their iMessage and stuff. And that's all she wants to do. And we'll do that for 2 hours. And I'm just like, bro, like 2 hours out of my day to make someone else feel better, it's nothing. Like, gee, straight up.
Yeah, I love that. Has there been a time, or I would imagine there'd be quite a few people reaching out to you. Like, does it become too much at times? Like, how do you manage that?
I have time for everyone, legit. Like, you can't be an influencer if you're not really ready to influence people to be there for each other, be there for one another. Obviously, sometimes I'll miss a message, but like, I've had messages like, it's mad emotional, but I get messages like that I've saved people's lives and stuff like that. And that my videos have made people so much happier. And like, you know, they put a smile on their face and stuff like that. And I had a message where this lady messaged me and said that her partner had just took his life. Oof. And she was saying that like my videos were helping her get through stuff. And she wished, like, you know, it's emotional, but it's why I do what I do. Like, yeah, you know, some people will not see it past me just having a drink and, you know, talking mad shit. But at the same time, like, you know, obviously I'm changing someone's life, one person at a time. If I can make one person smile a day, I'm happy. I'll try and reply to as many people as I can.
Yeah. It's that starfish story, eh? How you think?
Yeah, totally, man.
It's the what, sorry?
Starfish story?
Starfish story.
Tell him.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I'll bring it up. But yeah, well, you've made Christian and I smile today. So there you go. You're winning today.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, what you're saying, Tanis, really kind of resonates with the starfish story. And it's kind of my why. And I'll just share it with you real quick.
That's cute.
One moment, caller. So it goes like this. So one day, a man was walking along the beach when he noticed a boy pick something up and gently throwing it into the ocean. Approaching the boy, he asked, "What are you doing?" The youth replied, "Throwing starfish back into the ocean. The surf is up and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them back in, they'll die." "Son," the man said, "don't you realize there are miles and miles of beach and hundreds of starfish? You can't possibly make a difference." After listening politely, the boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it back into the surf. Then, smiling at the man, he said, "I made a difference to that one."
Oh,
Woo!
No.
But I had to like stop myself from laughing because like all I heard was the boy bent over. I was like, oh no.
Oh, come on.
Are you one of those people
That's
too?
so true.
hard.
That's so true. You can't change the world, but you can change one person's life. You can't change the way the world thinks, but you can spark the mind of the person that could make that change.
And I think that's what I hear, like when you talk, Tanis, about your videos and how people reach out to you, like you're making a difference in people's lives, like, you know, putting a smile on their face, giving them a laugh from the entertainment in the videos you use.
Yeah, if you're smiling for whatever reason, solid. Like I can go deep, but I choose to see like the surface first. Where it's just like, you know, I just want to make you smile. That's the first thing I want to do. I know I'm not going to be able to change the way you're thinking or change the way your life is at the moment, but what I can do is I can try and make you smile. If you don't smile, watch the next video. You might smile at that one. It gets my views up too.
Well, I want to thank you for like being so vulnerable today. I'm just mindful of time. But yeah, bro, this was epic. Like, we've had a main chat and you've been authentic the whole time, and yo, just want to say a huge thank you. But any final words that you want to leave us with, or final
words
thoughts?
of wisdom?
Can't stress it enough how much what this actually means to say. But thank you, boys, first of all. Thank God, thank Jesus. I can't stress this enough. People need to reach out. Like, find someone. Instead of complaining about the fact that you have no one, find someone. If you feel like you have no one close to, there are like legit communities out there that are made for people. There's helplines. There's, you know, just get that help. And it's okay to not be okay, but remind yourself that you will be okay. And that tomorrow, every dark night, there's a brighter day. Yeah.
Hey, facts.
Thanks. Super.
I love that, bro. Thank you again.
Solid. All good, my bro. Thank you guys for having me on here. Honestly,
thank you, my guy.
My guy.
And what's your Insta and TikTok for everybody that's watching?
My Insta and TikTok is just at Tanis Bosson, TANISBOSSON. That's on both of them. That's your boy T.
Hey.
Also, I'm your dad. Yeah, that's my